Disclaimer, this is not an attack on the great country of Panama,
but the customs of Panama.
Fuck those guys! Zip time.
Hi, my name is Sara. Today I am gonna become a little of our Storytime channel because I'm about to tell you what I literally just went through, like, what, 2 weeks ago? Almost 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to go to Panama and visit my best friend for his birthday, which is on March 6th. So he hit me up like a month ago telling me, hey, it's been a while since we see each other, I think we should just kind of spend some time, you know? And I was like, sure, I can just go to Panama and visit you for your birthday. So I go ahead, get my flight tickets, get everything situated so I can go to Panama on March 3rd. Like, everything was planned out, right?
Sounds like a nice loving story between two best friends. Nothing should go wrong.
Nothing should go wrong, right?
That's what you would think.
But I have come to the conclusion that I either have the best luck or the worst luck in my life. And
now to clarify, I said don't go. This guy right here said do not go because of the whole outbreak of the coronavirus. Everyone's panicking, and I know she wants to see her best friend, which is all completely fine and dandy, but guess what? There's something called pandemics.
I know it sounds kind of stupid that I was trying to go and travel to another country during this whole situation with coronavirus and everything, but during that time, like little 2 weeks ago, it wasn't not even half as bad as it is right now. I get on pretty much on a plane from Houston to Miami on March 3rd, 3 in the morning. So I get to Miami, and people in the airport were not really like panicking because of coronavirus. Like, a lot of people were actually kind of like just walking around without face masks.
I mean, nothing really happens.
Yeah, like people were kind of just chilling. I mean, you saw a lot of people wearing face masks, but it wasn't like, wow. Like,
we tried finding her a face mask, but everywhere we went, CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, anywhere, they were out, gone, like,
yeah,
done.
So I got to my plane from Miami to Panama, and at this point, I'm already on my way to Panama. I'm super tired because I've been pretty much flying for like 10 hours at this point, I think so.
No.
So I've been flying, I'm kind of tired, didn't sleep the night before, so I was just kind of like all over the place. And I just slept in the plane. When I get to Panama, everything seems fine at this point. Get out of the plane, everything still seems fine at this point. I am on the customs of immigration line. Pretty much like, there's like 30 people. There's not a lot of people in the airport right now, to be honest. There's not a lot of people going to Panama too. I'm like in line, and they call me, it's my turn. I go to the person, he goes, takes all my documents, he goes, gets my green card, he goes, gets my passport, and then he starts asking like questions. Like, so what are you here for? And I explain to him like, hey, I'm here for my best friend's birthday, blah, 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 all the shebang. And then he goes and look at my passport, and then he's like, well, I can let you in the country. And I was just like, what do you mean you can let me in the country? Like, I am a little physically here in your country. And then he just goes like, well, your passport's expired. And I was just like, hey, let's rewind a little bit. And I knew at the time that my passport was about to expire. But due to the situation of my country, maybe a lot of you don't know, but I'm Venezuelan. And me having a Venezuelan passport, it's really hard for me to renew my passport.
As you can see, she's Venezuelan.
Anyway, pretty much it's pretty hard for me to get my passport, and I'm not an American citizen right now, so, oh, this sounds like I'm illegal. I'm a green card holder, but not an American citizen. So I do not have an American passport. I didn't know this, but I did talk to some people that they told me that Panama has laws in which they allow Venezuelans to live in the country that already have an expired passport because they're not situation, blah, blah, etc., etc.
What happened? What happened?
I explained to him my situation, and he goes, oh, let me do a call. So I'm just sitting there, little in the middle of customs, just like waiting for him, like to tell me what's going on, like what do I do? Like, should I go in? Should I, like, I don't know, nothing. And like the worst part is that when I got off the plane, I found out that my mom, she literally took off my roaming, so I had no cellular data in a whole another country. Just couldn't contact anybody because I was literally in the middle of customs, talking to some dude about he letting me in the country or not. I didn't have cellular data, I couldn't tell my mom, couldn't tell my best friend. Like, so he comes back with my passport, he's like, yeah, I can let you in. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm like little crying because I'm like, what the heck? Like, little spend money. I did all this stuff just to come to Panama and be told that I cannot come in.
The reason why she cannot come in is just...
And then he goes and it's like, yeah, so in the Panama law, your passport needs to be like 90 days before expiration. And it turns out that your passport is like 89 days before expired.
Ain't that some BS?
Just for one day, literally for one day, they just did not let me in the country. But
ain't that some BS?
if I went to Panama to try and attempt to go to Panama, maybe on March 1st, I will be probably just walking in Panama right now.
I was so worried. You have no idea. I was like, I told you before you left, be careful. I had this feeling, this sinking feeling that if something bad was going to happen, is that she should not go. And when I dropped her off, I was just, and I don't know about you guys, but I was praying hard, like just saying, just get her back safely. And she got back. It was hell to get back, but she got back.
So they just bring this random ass dude, and he goes and takes me along with these two other people into like this room, which is like kind of like behind the customs, but it was like another section of customs. It was like in the open, like I could walk. I wasn't really like enclosed, but I was enclosed at the same time because I literally could not leave the airport no matter what, because they took my passport and they took my green card. They put me into this room and I was surrounded with like 6 other people, I would say. I was in this room with these 2 ladies, this one Dominican Republic girl. So I'm just there in the room with these other people that I don't know, and I just kind of talking to them, like saying like, hey, why are you here? And their reasoning was just so dumb. Like, some people were just being put there because they did something like 24 years ago. They got the problem resolved and everything, but for some reason in Panama law, or the Panama customs in that moment,
you gotta be perfect.
Yeah, in the Panama customs in that moment, they just wanted to look to every single little thing that was wrong with someone, which was just dumb. Like, they were just literally trying to find any excuse to put people into that room. Eventually, my mom, she gets me cellular data, but I keep wanting Wi-Fi. Like, the Wi-Fi was like $20 per 2 hours, I think so. And texting my best friend at this point, saying, hey, I was not let into your country. What do I do? And Tony's like, what the fuck? Like, what the heck? Like, why do you mean they're not letting you into the country? So he's like freaking out. He's like literally trying his very best to like do anything he can to like contact customs. He gets 2 lawyers or something like that, and like these 2 people that he talked to like apparently close to the customs, and they were asking for me information and all that stuff. At one point, I got taken away by this one lady, and she was like asking on my case, and my best friend told me that the way you get to the customs by crying to them, or like kind of like get into their feelings. Like, if you try to fight them, you try to use logic with them, it doesn't really work with them.
Wait, so he wants you to cry to these people?
No, yeah. Tony was telling me like usually the way it works for them, if you start crying or making a scene, which turns out is true. If you start making a scene, they start doing things for you, because I will get back to that later, but it works.
You may have seen, but you didn't do it the way they would like you to do it. They want you. Okay, what that sounds like to me is that they want you to be like, it's like a power thing.
Yeah.
They want you. Oh yeah, you're crying. Yeah, then I'll let you in.
Yeah, it's
right. That's weird.
No, it's weird. A lot of people that were working in that customs in specific, because I don't want to say that all customs are bad, because don't get me wrong. Like, I've been in a lot of different countries and I've been treated by a lot of different customs.
Like, yes, cry for me. Yes, cry for me.
Yeah, but this customs specific was just weird. Like, they have this weird power hungry thing, and they took me on the side. They were asking me questions, blah, blah, blah. And I was just pretty much crying to this woman. Took away my passport, green card, like I said before. They tried to take away my phone at one point, because they were actually taking away phones from other people, which I thought it was weird.
And by law, they can legally do that.
Apparently, there's an Article 50 in Panama that they are allowed to do. I don't know, but that's what they were saying. If you're asking about showing you the article, they never show you the article, so I can really say if that was real or not.
Bullshit!
So, to be honest, I wasn't not really treated that bad compared to the other people that were in that room. Like, this one girl, she was just being jailed out for no reason. The Dominican Republican girl, she just asked a simple question like, hey, like, can I get a call to call my mom, like have him talk to her in like 10 hours or so, and they just kind of jail her, so like, back up, like, calm down, you gotta do what we say, or something along the lines. And I wish it was kind of exaggerating, but I was not. I'm not.
You told her to back off?
Yeah, like this man, they were kind of weird. So
hey, can I use my phone to call my mom? Back off. How disrespectful is that?
No, yeah, they were just really weird. And like, their excuse was because you're in here because you did something wrong in this airport 10 years ago. And let me tell you, the only thing she did was to get into like a stupid fight as a 16-year-old girl in the airport. it wasn't nothing like, oh my gosh, we were smuggling drugs into the country. Like, no, she literally got into a fight with someone. Pretty much it was this one guy that got there like around 8 p.m. And he had, Panama has this law in which you are supposed to bring $500 into Panama to show that you can stay there for a period of time, you know? So this guy, he comes into Panama, which he has uncles that live in the country, and he has $200 on him because he apparently, after all the times he came to Panama, no one ever told him that he was supposed to bring $500. This thing in specific. So he just brings $200 because that's usually what he flies with. And then he goes and tells one of the guards, pretty much the guards, telling him, hey, is there like an ATM machine over here? And then he's like, yeah, there's like one upstairs. And like, oh, can I go take out my $300 and just be on my way to see my uncles, you know? And like the guy, first of all, giving like a weird attitude. Like he was pretty much saying like, oh, you can do it, like you have to stay here. Every single time you wanted to go up or do anything, they kind of almost have someone to follow you. Like you're almost like a criminal.
Who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, like
at all.
Yeah, a lot of these people, you were asking them questions and stuff like that, and they just didn't know how to answer the questions. They either ignore you, they just yell at you, or simply just said, oh yeah, I'll chip back with that. And like he gets followed with this guy for the ATM machine, and pretty much he gets the $300, which equals to $500, so he can get into Panama, right? When he comes back down, he gets asked about a paper, pretty much the ticket that the ATM machine gives you, the receipt that it gives you. He's like, well, I did not know if you guys won or not. Like, no one told me anything. And then the guy was like, oh, well, we do. So we have proof that you took out the money. Even though he literally physically had the money, like, yeah, literally physically had the money, he was still, oh no, we cannot do it because you don't have that little ticket receipt.
I try to find some logic to it. Maybe it's because they gotta, document, so they won't get in trouble.
But that's the thing, like when you ask them why, they always say, oh, I don't know. Like, I didn't think it could get any worse, to be honest, because I was like already like in there for like a couple hours. Quite frankly, mad and annoyed because I was asking questions, no one was giving me answers. I still didn't know if I was allowed to get into the country or if I was not allowed to get into the country. So kind of get up and start like yelling at one of the guards because I'm like, can you just give me my passport, my green card, so I can just go and get a flight ticket and just go back to Houston, because I was just getting really mad. Which they refused, and I'm assuming it's because they can just let me go, I guess. I don't know how it works, but I mean, I was just asking for my passport, my green card, so I can just go up, get a flight ticket, and go straight back to Houston. I go to one of the new guards and I asked him, hey, what kind of ticket am I gonna get? Make sure if you're gonna contact my airline, just contact them and take me back to Houston, not to Miami, because they thought I was coming straight from Miami, which I was not. And I didn't want to get a ticket that was gonna go to Miami because I'm not from Miami. Yeah, literally, I did not know anything until like around 11 p.m. in which I go back to the same guard and ask him, hey, do you know anything about my ticket? And he's like, oh yeah, you're going straight to Miami. And I was like, what the fuck? And like literally just almost immediately started going off on him, but then immediately just stopped myself and I was like, okay, this guy just got here. He literally does not know. He doesn't know what's going on.
Why the hell is this
like
coming off on me?
Like I was like, it's not even his fault. It's clearly somebody up there, like a supervisor or something's fault. And I'm not gonna just go off on this guy. I'm gonna contact my mom. She's pretty stressed out at this point.
I'm stressed out. Your mom's stressed out. My mom's stressed out. My dad's stressed out.
Everyone's so
the dog's stressed out.
Everyone's just stressed out because I'm pretty much being held captive in this room right here. No one's giving me any answers. No one's letting me go anywhere.
Everyone's incompetent.
I'm not even allowed to go up and get food or water. So that's why I say thank God to these two ladies, because they literally bought everything for me and everybody else in there.
They were buying food. They were buying tickets.
God bless them. Around 11 or 12 p.m. I'm still in this room and I actually FaceTiming Kay at this time. So the guy with the cash, I don't know if you guys remember the guy that was talking about the cash that came into Panama with $200. He actually wanted to talk to his supervisor himself. So pretty much she comes down, and it is really disgusting lady with this really disgusting attitude. And like when I mean disgusting, I mean disgusting. Disgusting! I am just waiting for her to finish talking to this guy and to whoever else wants to talk to her, because at this point there's like 12 people or so. When it comes to my turn to go and talk to her, I just got to her really respectfully and told her, hey, I was told that my ticket is gonna go to Miami, and I already talked to multiple people at this point, explaining my situation that I'm doing a connection flight. And if you're gonna talk to my airline, I would really like you to take me back to Houston and not Miami, because I am from Houston, you know, Miami. It gets my blood boiling. This, her answer was literally looking me up and down and like so condescending manner, like
like that.
I was just confused the way she looked at me for, and then she continues with a well, you came from Miami, so you're gonna go back straight to Miami. When you get to Miami, then you're gonna have to figure it out how you do. Maybe you have to withdraw $500 to get back to Houston. That's literally the answer that she gave me.
Disgusting lady.
Like, don't get me wrong, I am a respectful person and I am gonna respect you no matter what, unless you give me a reason to not respect you. That's literally the moment that you lose any kind of respect from my part, and you're not gonna get those respects ever again. So this is the moment when I myself decided that I wanted to make the Panama customs just hate me, because they were making me and these other people go through such miserable experience for no reason. And I'm just like, well, why should I treat them good when they're not doing the same for me? I pretty much had like a water bottle. It was actually gonna fill up like this. Actually, it's kind of funny. And I literally just opened the whole entire thing and just dropped in the middle of like the cousins in front of them.
I'm pretty sure you've gained the devil's respect for all the shit you call us. He's probably like, God damn. You made the devil say, God damn.
I do that and I pretty much just start making like a mess. Like, and I know it sounds like really bitchy from my part that I was making a mess for them to like kind of clean up after me. But the thing is, I just was really so pissed off, and I was just so angry. I was so
angry guy.
So pretty much I was so angry and annoyed and everything combined. I told my mom, hey, apparently I need to buy tickets to Houston, so can you help me buy some tickets? She goes buy the tickets, and I already got everything set up for me to leave literally at 6 a.m. the next day. So I spent the night in this place. I'm awake at this point because I know I'm about to leave in the next hour, because I know the plane starts boarding around 5:30 or 5:25 or something like that. I see the guy that was pretty much with me the whole night, that pretty much took care of me the whole night. And then he has my passport, has my green card, and I see he has flight tickets. I got on him and I'm like, hey, can I see my flight tickets, because I want to see what I'm gonna do. He denies that. Apparently, they had to walk me up to my gate, to my flight. And then eventually they were gonna give me my passport and green card, like I was criminal. And when I say I really wish this story should be over. So I go up with this one guy, he's literally like taking me to the gate. We go to the gate. We get to the gate around 5:20, something like that. She's checking the tickets, and I'm clearly the only person that is left to get into the plane so they can start just doing their thing and leave, right? She goes, sees the ticket, and then she says, hey, this is not a ticket for Panama to Miami.
And that's all she had to say.
But I think it's just like I was possessed by Satan himself, and I just let her loose in the whole entire airport in that very moment. They were just looking at me like, this girl is really crazy.
It was very goal driven.
Yes.
And that's the best way of saying you use your choice of work to get to your goal, and you did.
I actually made a scene so bad that they actually allowed me to get into the plane, and the guy, he was literally working his ass off to fix my ticket right then and done as I was getting into the plane. So pretty much they fixed the tickets. I am allowed into the plane, and I'm already saying, hey, thank God, I'm going to Miami. I contacted the airlines, which was American Airlines. They actually just refunded my money like 2 days ago, so I got a full refund on my ticket. So also I wanted to mention that they did actually have my connection flight. The supervisor, she was just trying to make me waste unnecessary money, because she already knew that I already had the connection flight back to Houston, but she didn't tell it to me. She just said that I had to drop $500, making me think that I needed to buy my own ticket. So there's that. So I get to Miami and I'm like, finally, US territory. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm from now. Once again in customs, like I just work on for customs and going once more to customs. Apparently I got chosen for a random back check. That's just my luck. Asked me literally every single question out there about my life. So pretty much I took everything out of my luggage. I was there for at least an hour because they were asking for everything. I was traveling with a CBD bottle, which the company that I work with, Sugar and Kush, I was using one of the CBD old tinctures, and I was gonna bring it with me along to Panama. And the cop saw the CBD old tincture, him hearing the word marijuana, along with that, he did not like that. So they have to literally go and lab check.
She had no marijuana on her.
No. So
Hey, American Customs check y'all shit.
But yeah, that's the whole story. I was pretty much just held captive in this one place for like at least 30 hours. It was just a really bad experience. I hope you like it. If you don't, then okay, I'm sorry. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also subscribe to his channel. I will leave it somewhere here.
It's cancer, just like
it's cancer, but so am I. You know what? You guys really hate my accent. You always make fun of the way I speak, so fuck y'all. I'm gonna get that out, but I needed to let that out.
She's just Latina, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, she's Latina. It's fine. She doesn't mean anything she says. I mean, I get the same shit. So it's fine.
Bye, guys.